Governor Bill Anoatubby designates a decade of Chickasaw language. The proclamation recognizes the importance of preserving the tribe's language. Joshua Hinson is with us to share more. Thanks so much, Josh.
Sure, my pleasure.
Josh, the recent proclamation is a great reminder for us to take time to learn the Chickasaw language.
The phrase that surrounds this 10 years of Chickasaw language is Chikashshanompa Ilanompoli, which means let's speak Chickasaw. Of course, the sub sort of title, the tag is a decade of Chickasaw language, but Chikashshanompa Ilanompoli is a hortative. It's an exhortation to a large group of people to speak. You know, you're saying, let's speak Chickasaw, like with some verve, you know. Governor, the reason he did this proclamation, he understands, and he always has, that language is really integral to who we are. When you look all across our culture, like we share in common foods and dances and clothing styles and all these other things with tribes, whether they're closely related to us like the Choctaws or not at all related to us like the Cherokees. The language is what really sets us apart from every other people on the planet. The state of the language now, like we're doing really remarkable things for revitalization. We're still highly endangered. We have less than 35 speakers. And so I think the governor really felt like now is the time to strike and, go really, really hard while we still have speakers here with us. And the one thing that I really loved about this proclamation is it's sort of active, you know what I mean? Like encouraging people not to merely appreciate, but to learn and use it and pass it along to other people.
How would you describe the Chickasaw language?
It's agglutinative, meaning it sort of forms words and ideas. There's this little nucleus of a verb, and then we attach things to it, and all of a sudden you have this monumentally long sentence that somehow encompasses an entire, well, it's a word, I should say, one incredibly long word that encompasses an entire English sentence. And so in that way, it's actually much more efficient.
The Chickasaw Nation offers many programs and services and activities to learn the Chickasaw language and to speak the language.
So many people are interested in the language. So, like, we started with, say, 20 or 30 people in 2007, and now we have almost 9,000 users of Rosetta Stone Chickasaw. There's like 60 kids that are learning it for world language credit at Bing High School. We're expanding to Ada High School in the fall. People at large they reach out to us weekly saying, this is really meaningful. Being able to pray in my language or introduce myself in my language is really changing how I feel about myself. Prayers, introductions, household phrases, just, basic stuff, making jokes in the language, all the way up to people who can sit down and rattle off with the speaker for 2 hours and not miss a beat. So really, I feel like as many of us do, it's a gift, not only from our ancestors, but from all the speakers that we have worked with, since 2007 in my case. And it's our obligation to make sure that it doesn't go to sleep. It deserves to be a spoken language. It deserves, I should be able to call one of my coworkers and talk just in Chickasaw, because that's what it was intended for, was for one Chickasaw person to communicate with another. In 100 years, I'm really hoping that people will still be able to hang out and rattle off as we've been doing for, thousands of years.